Versa Climber SM Sport Model Assembly Video. The following parts are required for installation. One vertical frame post with control console, one polar chest strap, one 110-volt AC power adapter, the pump cover, one front curved U-base, left and right SM handle rails, two foot pedals, one brace, two quick change straight handles, one back base, four 3/8" by 5/8" long base bolts, three 3/8" by 4 1/4" long side handrail bolts, seven 3/8" lock nuts, four 3/8" by 1.5" long foot pedal bolts, two stabilizer pads with nuts, two 3/8" by 3 3/4" long base bolts, one crosshead Phillips screwdriver, two 9/16" wrenches, and finally, one 3-inch handrail spacer. Before you begin the assembly, please make sure to read the assembly manual thoroughly, as it contains important safety warnings and assembly tips. Step 1. Bottom base assembly. For this step, you will require the following parts. Begin the assembly by flipping over the back base to add the two stabilizer knobs to the bottom. Locate the threaded inserts on the underside of the front curved U-base. When upright, the stabilizer pads can be adjusted in place so that each of the pads rest evenly on the floor. Next, screw the two provided stabilizer pads into threaded holes on the front base. Securely tighten using a 9/16" end wrench. Please make sure stabilizers are screwed all the way down before assembling the Versa Climber. When Versa Climber is completely assembled and placed in the location where it will be used, you can now adjust the stabilizer knobs down. Screw down the knobs until the pads are touching and resting on the floor. Using two people, carefully remove the vertical mainframe from the container and lay the machine on the floor. Protect the oil reservoir and hydraulic pump located at the very top end of the post by supporting the unit when resting on the floor with wooded cross support from shipping crate. With the vertical frame post with control console laying flat on the floor, place the U-base at the bottom. Lift the frame post and attach the front curved U-base brace to the post using four 3/8" by 5/8" long bolts. Screw in the four self-tightening base bolts. Securely tighten all four bolts using a 9/16" end wrench with a torque setting of 30 to 40 foot-pounds. Next, using two people, lift and hold the Versa Climber in the upright position. Attach the back tubular floor base to the post using two 3/8" by 3 3/4" long base bolts with two lock nuts. Fully tighten all bolts using two 9/16" end wrenches with a torque setting of 30 to 40 foot-pounds. Fully tighten all bolts. Proceed by attaching the back tubular floor brace to the console post. First, tighten the top 3/8" nut and then tighten the bottom nut using a 9/16" end wrench. Tighten the top nut with a torque setting of 20 to 25 foot-pounds. Tighten the bottom nut with a torque setting of 20 to 25 foot-pounds. Base assembly is now complete. Step 2. Foot pedal assembly. For this step, you will require the following parts. Foot pedal bolts are attached to the foot pedal bag. Begin attaching the foot pedals by placing the L-shaped bracket pointing up. Next, insert two 3/8 inch by 1.5 inch long hex head bolts through the L-shaped bracket. Rotating clockwise, tighten the bolts using a 9/16 inch end wrench. Repeat the same steps for the opposite side. It is highly recommended that you visually inspect the foot pedals and tighten the bolts every 2 months. Foot pedal assembly is now complete. Step 3. SM handle rail installation. For this step, you will require the following parts. Begin this step by joining both the left and right handrails with hardware on each side of the console mast. Insert both 4 1/4 inch long hex head bolts and loosely attach two 3/8 inch lock nuts on the opposite side. Next, place the provided spacer between the two handrails as shown and insert one 4 1/4 inch long bolt and a 3/8 inch lock nut. Tighten the bolt using two 9/16 inch end wrenches. Make sure to use a torque setting of 20 foot-pounds. Make sure all 3 nuts and bolts are fully tightened before continuing. Tighten the nuts with a torque setting of 20 foot-pounds. Finally, after securing the SM handrails, locate the top portion unit. Installing the quick-release hand grips is easy. Simply depress the pin with thumb and insert into sides as shown. SM handle rail and hand grips installation is now complete. Step 4. Attaching the pump cover. For this step, you will require the following parts. With the post supported, or after VersaClimber is upright, slip the pump cover into place. Attach cover using two 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch long Phillips panhead screws. Tighten the screws using the Phillips screwdriver. Repeat steps for the opposite side, and please take care not to over-tighten the screws. The SM VersaClimber is ready for use. To turn the machine on, simply plug the transformer into the back of the post and a 110-volt wall socket. Congratulations! You have now completed the assembly of the SM Sport Model VersaClimber. If you purchased additional upgrades, please continue watching the video. Optional arm extenders can be added for additional reach and stretch. For this step, you will require the following parts. On the standard SM, a person up to 6 feet 3 inches tall has a full arm extension while climbing. With optional arm extenders, a 6 foot 9 inch person gets a full stretch while climbing. To install the arm extenders, attach each handle extender with one handle spacer and two 1/4 inch by 4 inch long screws. Install one quick-release hand grip on the desired location and tighten both screws using a Phillips screwdriver. Repeat steps on the opposite side. Optional arm extender installation is now complete. Attaching the adjustable seat, an optional upgrade. In order to use the adjustable seat, the Versa Climber must feature side mount plates. The adjustable seat easily attaches to the SM Versa Climber, and depending on the height of the user, there are 1 to 10 settings to select when adjusting the seat vertically. After choosing the height location, place the seat between both side mount plates and fully insert the pin through 2 holes of the mainframe seat bracket of the Versa Climber and through the hole marked with red arrows on the seat assembly. The seat is adjustable vertically with the pin and horizontally with a knob located under the seat. Assembly is now complete. SM Sport Model. Brought to you by Versa Climber.